Happy Tech Tuesday, everyone. My name is Lee Davenport, and I am a real estate broker and trainer with agents around Atlanta Plus. Our passion is to see agents excel in sales, so we offer one-on-one coaching, webinars, and in-office trainings. Visit learnwithlee.realtor for more helpful tools, including our newest no-fee guide on social media that profits. This is something where if you really want to use Web 2.0 technology, such as Facebook, such as a blog, whatever it may be, to grow your business and to grow your sales, this is a guide that will help you get started in that direction. There's a click here button. You can click there at the end of this broadcast. We'll have this replay available, and I'll also put in the comments section a link to the guide. So it's no fee, and you're welcome to check it out. Let's get started. So again, it's Tech Tuesday, and we are talking about how you can wow your buyers and sellers with this free mobile app that I really like a lot, particularly because it's free, but also because it really has some great tips and tricks. It's called Sitegeist. If you haven't heard of it, the spelling is on the screen. You can go to the Google Play Store if you're on Android to download it. I'm sure it's probably on iPhone as well. I don't use iPhone phones, so I'm not sure, but it's definitely on Google Play. So to get the most out of the main tenets of real estate, which is location, 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 you can use this Sitegeist app. It's a geolocation app, so you can literally review the details for the location you are currently standing in, but it's not limited just to GPS. You can scroll to other parts of the country and obtain details about that area all within seconds. And that's what makes this app to me so very powerful. First and foremost, Sitegeist can help your sellers sell realistically. Sitegeist offers helpful information beyond what you can find in the MLS or even the tax record as to why maybe your seller's home is priced too low, too high, or maybe just right, as Goldilocks would say to the three bears, right? For example, do most of the people in the area use public transportation? Like this screenshot, which is from New York City's Sitegeist app. But your sellers maybe not really be in a location where public transportation app can help you further explain visually beyond just your CMA report to your sellers why their home price needs to be adjusted from what they assumed was fair. Or just like on this screen, maybe you want to prepare for your sellers to understand that although some of their friends may have a lot of foot traffic at their homes that are in different areas, not just different areas in your local town or state, but they could be in other parts of the country. And as we as agents know, our clients talk to their friends. And again, even if they're in a different part of the country, they still expect the same results, right? Sitegeist can help you show them, like, maybe in the area that they live in, only 72% of those that live in the area are more likely to rent. Just like here, again, this is a screenshot of NYC's Sitegeist. 72% are likely to rent, which means there is definitely a smaller pool of buyers there than in some other part of the country where maybe there's only a 10% chance that people are likely to rent. You can show all of this on Sitegeist, and you can, again, do it within seconds. And I love that about this app. You can also help your sellers get real and visually understand the surrounding market makeup for their home. Do they have a home with retro decor like shag carpeting, but the median home age is only 20 years old, making their home look super dated and command a much lower price to buyers who really have an advantage of viewing several competing homes? They get to walk through all of these homes in the surrounding area and they can compare and say, hey, this home definitely is outdated. This app can help you explain to your sellers that I understand you've had your home since the 60s, but it really is time to update the decor. And that can also, by the way, on that point, be great if you work with a home stager and want them to stage their home. Here on this next screen, I love that you can use Sitegeist to even examine political affiliations. So maybe your seller has Democratic political paraphernalia in a strongly Republican area. This app can show them that to maximize their potential pool of buyers who may be of either party or no party or independent, that such ostracizing lawn signs or other paraphernalia that may be in the home should be removed, because it really is about selling the home, and your political stance may adversely affect that. So this app for a real estate agent is super powerful because it can help you even eliminate some of these faux pas that are easy to overlook. Yes, I love Sitegeist for sellers, but it is not just for your sellers. You can definitely use this tool to wow your buyers. So help buyers that are unfamiliar with an area understand some of the key points like average rent. And that's important because that will help them recognize a lot of times that, hey, yes, I can buy a home much cheaper than renting. And they can also see just what to expect in an area for their monthly price point and monthly payment. They can also, buyers can also see with this Sitegeist app popular local spots such as recommended restaurants. They can see how people commute. They can record or see the recorded temperatures for an area. They can look at the housing units over time and see how things have changed. And again, just like sellers can, they can see political affiliations, which may be something that's important to one of the buyers that you're working with. Also, you can use Sitegeist to get referrals by showing those in your network that are relocating that you can expertly connect them to a way of life that they're accustomed to, because we love our creature comforts and this app can help find them quickly for your buyers. And again, it doesn't have to be buyers you're working with right where you live and right where you sell. Maybe someone in your network is across the country. But because of this app, within seconds, you can pull up their location and tell them about the things that they might have an interest in. But be sure when using this app to watch out for fair housing protected classes. Categories, like I've already mentioned, including popular local spots, commute, those aren't protected and can help your client and those in your network gauge a prospective network. But again, stay away from those fair housing topics that can get you in a lot of trouble, because again, we don't want to show any discriminatory behavior when we're marketing and helping buyers identify what neighborhoods would be right for them to live in. Another thing is that Sitegeist has a huge potential for those in your network that live in a particular area. Again, even if they're out of state, but they may not be sure what is the best local spot or restaurant. I love this. I love that they can view things. And again, you can view it for them and help them sort through this data. There is a weakness, though, with this. A lot of times, or at least, well, I'll say it this way. So some of the cities I've gone to on this app, Sitegeist is still updating the information. It's still loading information on some of the restaurants and the weather and so forth. So not every location in the US yet is available on Sitegeist. And that is probably one of its biggest weaknesses. It's free. So you understand with free, at times there are things that don't work as perfectly as we want. Honestly, even when we pay for things, things don't always work perfectly. But despite that weakness, they are continuing to update this app. So definitely check back. If you have an area that you are looking for on this app and they don't have a lot of data, continue to check back because they are continuing to update it over time, and you probably will be surprised sooner rather than later with how quickly they do the updates. Another weakness is that some of the data pulls from the census, not all of it, of course, but some of it does pull from the census. And as you probably remember, the census is only done every 10 years. So it's almost kind of skewed where the first few years after a census, this is probably a rock solid app. But as you get further and further away from the date of this data being recorded, of course, there are population shifts. So it may not be as accurate and as relevant as you want it to be the further we get away from the census. But I would hope, because of how technology moves so quickly, they will have updates to this app so that the data can be a little more accurate as we get further and further away from the last census. Now, despite these hiccups, this is still a very, very powerful app for a real estate agent, and it's free. So it's kind of like if you keep those two weaknesses in mind, you can still use this to grow your business. Now, if you think so far the things I've mentioned about Sitegeist are great, I'm not done. With Sitegeist, as we've talked about in past webinars, which, by the way, if you missed any of those webinars, you can watch the replays for on our website. But we've talked about how every real estate agent needs to have strategic, consistent conversations with their social media network. And Sitegeist really is a great conversation starter. You may be at loss for what you can share with some of the people in your online network who you may not regularly communicate with, but this is a great app to get that ball rolling. I hope you are keeping up with those in your network, where they live, where they want to live, and may even be forced to live through relocation. Believe it or not, most of the people in your network will fall into one of those three categories. So you will always have something to converse about with them while showing you're an expert with this app working behind the scenes for you. You don't necessarily have to tell people that, hey, I'm using Sitegeist to give you this information. You can use the app and share the information. And now, again, you're seen as an expert. For example, you don't have to live in Scranton or here in this in the map that's behind the text. You can see Atlanta and Jacksonville. The blue dot at the top is Atlanta. That's where I am. But I wanted to pull some information down in Florida in Jacksonville, where that gold marker is towards the bottom of the screen. I didn't have to go to several different websites. I could do this all in the Sitegeist app and visit different parts of the country so that I can give potential clients pertinence about a specific area in a matter of seconds. So I hope this review has helped you, but check out Sitegeist and see for yourself how it can help you generate more repeat and referral sales. I dare you to try it. I really like it a lot. And again, I've just scratched like the tip of the iceberg of what this app can do for your business, but try it out and make it a part of something that you daily use when you're conversing on social media. It's a great tool to help. Well, that's all, folks. I hope this has been helpful. This is a slightly shorter webinar than usual. I know I don't normally get done to right at 1:30, but because this was just a review of an app, I will let you guys go free. But if you have questions, don't hesitate. As always, you can email me at info@agentsaroundatlanta.com. You can visit our website, learnwithlee.realtor. And I really hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching.